Well, good morning, private practice success community. How are you doing on what is a absolutely beautiful Monday morning here in Brisbane? So sunny here. So I'm going to be very hopeful that if I share this live vlog, this live stream in some of my Facebook groups, that I might actually get somebody that's not in session and is able to join me live this morning. So let me quickly share this in here, sharing it in my Facebook group. The first one's done. Let's do two more, because I do have quite a number of Facebook groups. Let me pop that one in for my masterclass graduates. Let's pop it in there for you guys. And I might also pop this one into the group for my guys that are working as clinicians but are eager to start a successful private practice. And let's see, I do have one person with me. Awesome. Please say hi in the comment section so that I know who has joined me. This is awesome, because I don't like just talking to myself. So one more group and we are all set. Fabulous. Awesome. Cool. Let's see. Oh, it's Anna. Hi Anna, how are you? I am sitting here in my backyard. I have just gone for my morning run, and yes, I'm sitting here, kids are at school, husband's at work, and thought I'm going to check in with you guys. Anna says good morning everyone. So I'll show you so you can see what a beautiful morning it is here in Brisbane. Absolutely amazing. Would never think that this is, and it is the 22nd of May. And when I was setting up here and I was just hearing the water fountain here behind me, hearing the doof 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 of the creepy crawly, that's what we call it in the swimming pool. It's cleaning the pool, and you know, having my doggies around me and just sitting here. For me, these moments is those like pinch me moments where I think, how did I get here? How did I get to having two group private practices, each of which are making 7 figures, independent of one another, and I'm sitting here able to do what I want with my day, able to go for a morning run if I want. If I was brave, I could go for a swim. I'm not that brave, because the thing is, Anna says getting ready to do the school run, because yes, of course, you're in Western Australia, so your day's just started. Because the thing is, I never had a vision of being where I am today. So, you know, if you're working with a business coach, or even for us as psychologists sometimes, you know, it is good for people to have goals and for us to have a vision of what it is that we are working towards. Obviously, you also need to live every day and you need to appreciate the process. But, you know, you need to have a vision of what is it that you want to achieve in the next 5 to 10 years. And I never had this vision of getting to where I am now. Sorry, I just want to get some water here. Still recovering from my run. I guess my vision has always been, well, when I started the private practice, I always thought, you know, that what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be seeing a couple of clients, you know, every day. I'm going to be working 9 to 5, 5 days a week. I will have some other psychologists working with me, because it gets a bit lonely working just by yourself in private practice. And, you know, we're going to have fun and it's going to be very collegial and all that type of stuff, which it is. But I always had this idea that I will always be at the practice, working 5 days a week, 9 to 5, and probably needing to do the business related stuff over the weekend, that type of thing. Just want to see, it's a bit bright, I can't take my glasses off. So it's very interesting that I never thought that I could reach and achieve what I have achieved. And I suspect that the same is true for a lot of private practice owners out there. It's almost like we put this limit on what it is that we think we can achieve in private practice. It is why when I started my PhD 3 years ago, which is still ongoing, when I started it, I really made a point of looking at the levels of private practice development. It's why I share that in the courses that I run, because I have found that a lot of people only have a vision of what could be a level 3 practice. Every now and then, you know, people have the vision of level 4, but not a lot of people have a vision of what a level 5 practice can actually provide you with. And I want to open up those that potential for people so that they actually know what it is that you can achieve. And believe me, you can achieve that without selling your soul. All right, you can get to that level. I often think, you know, I suspect, and sometimes people give me messages and responses that alludes to the fact that I might be right, that people do think that in order to get to a level 5 practice, you probably need to sell your soul or be a dictator or, you know, be really ruthless to get to that place. But you don't have to. All you need to do is run your practice as a business and you can get there. And I know there's a lot of resistance for a lot of helping professionals in doing that, you know, and if that resistance is too much for you, that's okay. But if you know that you want more, if you know that you're one of those people that always want to improve and want to continue contributing and always contribute at a higher level, then you can get there. That it is definitely possible. So that's just like on a side. That's not the topic what I'm here for today. Michelle joined. Hi Michelle. How's the weather in Melbourne? Oh, now I'm not being nice now, am I? As you can see, we've got a beautiful summer's day here in Brizzy. Absolutely beautiful. So that was just on a side, as I was saying. So the actual topic for today is 3 questions to ask yourself when the pawpaw or the shit hits the fan. And the reason why I thought I wanted to share that with you guys today is that I've been having a lot of conversations with my high-level private clients that does my programs, and a lot of them have been having challenges over the last month or 2. Now, you know, normally when people hear challenges, they go, oh, it's not good. The thing is that having a challenge is actually an amazing thing. I would actually say that if you do not have challenges in your business, in your private practice, that's almost a red flag. And what that tells me is that you're not stepping it up in your practice and in what you're doing. Michelle says, haha, actually in Queensland at the moment. Amazing. So you are enjoying the awesome Queensland weather. So glad that you're here with us, Michelle. Yes, so if you know, you might have been working in your practice, maybe you've gone, okay, I've got my system sorted, got my processes sorted, and everything is hunky-dory. Awesome. All right, but it does tell us that you haven't stepped it up to that next level. You know, and if you are happy with the level that you're at, then stay there and, you know, enjoy the ride. But if you are like a lot, or I should say probably all of the practice owners that I work with in my high-level programs, you won't be happy just with that status quo, because you would go, awesome, I've got this practice, it's humming along, maybe I'll start another practice, you know, maybe an hour's drive from here, or maybe I want to start an online course, or maybe I want to write my first book, or maybe I want to go completely online. Or, you know, the people I have in my programs all have these amazing ideas of how they want to consistently contribute to the mental health industry, contribute to the lives of their clients, to their clinicians, to their peers, in terms of industry, in terms of training, that type of stuff. So they get to this level, things are humming nicely, and then they want to step it up to the next one. And inevitably, when you are stepping things up, if you are a savvy business person, you will know that you need to expect challenges. You need to expect teething problems, and you need to expect that things are going to go wrong, that you're going to have to problem solve and come up with solutions. So I wanted to share with you 3 questions to ask when the pawpaw does in actual fact hit the fan. Now, this is not my little gem, okay? This little gem I learned from Tony Robbins, so I've listened to a lot of his stuff over the years. I love a lot of his stuff, and then there's some stuff that, that was just my alarm going off. So this is something I really love. I love it actually so much that I have it on a little sticky note on my laptop. So when you have a Mac, it has a little application called Stickies. It looks like a little post-it note, and I have it on my desktop, and it's there, and it's always there to remind me when something goes wrong. And I might use this for a big thing that goes wrong, or I might use this for a little tiny thing that goes wrong. And I asked these 3 questions that I've learned from Tony Robbins. The first question is, that you need to ask yourself is, how can I use this? How can I use this? I hope you guys are writing this down. So ask yourself, how can I use this? That's the first question. Now, the second question to me is the harder one. Okay, so the second question you ask is, what about this is funny? Okay, now, I'm a serious kind of person, all right? Biscuit, my little guard dog. I'm a serious kind of person, so I find it really hard to go, what about this is funny? I don't know. Nothing about this is funny. Geez, I'm insulted that you're asking me to think about what is funny about this. It's not funny. I'm struggling here. I'm in a panic. I don't know what to do. And then I always think, I use a bit of CBT on myself, a bit of role reversal, and I go, what would my husband say is funny about this? Because he's the funny one in the family. He thinks everything is funny. I've said before, and I've shared before on one of the vlogs, he's my polar opposite, which is why we're good for one another. And I always go, what would Henny say? And he will probably just burst out laughing and just go, that's so funny. And then I would normally ask, what's funny about it? I don't get it. So I really try and put myself sometimes in my husband's shoes and say, what would he tell me is funny about this? So that's question number 2. Anna says, I remember this gem from your workshop and I love it. Awesome. And then the third one is, will this matter in 5 years' time? Okay, will this matter in 5 years' time? And normally the answer is no, it won't, and it would be long gone, or you will be able to speak about it really easily. So if I think about probably one of the worst moments in my business life was January 2012, sitting in my practice, having a fully booked practice, but having no money in the bank account. How crazy is that? That was probably one of my worst times, not being able to pay myself, not being able to know where I'm going to find the money to pay my team, all that type of stuff. And, I got through it. And I've been able to build up a 7-figure practice. Well, 2 of them in actual fact. And it's amazing. And I can talk about that time now when I'm at my workshops. It has become easy, and it has been a process of learning. There's a lot of stuff that's funny about it if I start telling you all the little stories connected to it. So I would really encourage you to write those 3 questions down and ask yourself, how can I use this thing that's happening to me right now? What about it is funny? And if that's a bit challenging because maybe you're just too close to the problem, or maybe you're just a serious type like I am, ask somebody else in your family or close to you that you trust and whom is funny and sees the funny side of things, and then you ask, will this matter in 5 years' time? And really keep on asking that until you get through that process. Who's just joined? Daniel just joined. Hi Daniel, hope you're having an amazing Monday. I've actually just come to the conclusion of today's chat, so you guys that have missed it live will need to go and watch the recording. I think this was a really good discussion. I just love this little gem that I've shared with you today. So please go and watch it, go and listen it. I'm gonna go and get ready. I have actually got nothing on today other than just getting my stuff all ready for the week and the masterclass weekend coming up this weekend. So for me, it's a bit of a catch-up day, and I absolutely love catch-up days. So whatever it is that you are doing, have fun, enjoy it, enjoy the process, know that you're working towards your ultimate level 5 ideal practice, and I'll speak to you all again tomorrow. So from me, it's bye for now.